Hello everyone, it's me, Kalle from TunaMax, with another quick video where I want to show you 3 extreme deals for PlayStation at the moment. And by my definition, extreme means that the discount is at least 90%, the game is under $3, even though one of them is only 19 cents at the moment, and the user rating has to be at least 3.5 stars on the PlayStation Network. And the sale is live right now, so you could get all of these games until July 1st, but with all of these titles they're discounted on a regular basis, and you can also get them for Xbox, Switch and Steam. So if you can't get them right now, just put them on your wishlist. And with that being said, let's just jump right into the first game. So this game is called LACUNA. Please don't be shocked by the somewhat rough pixel art graphics, because as you can see it has a really insanely good rating of 4.45 stars out of 5 with 244 people voting for it. And LACUNA is a kind of detective adventure set in a cyberpunky world where different planets have a kind of feud that is on the brink of war, and you play this detective who has to clear up a highly politically charged crime, and your actions more or less decide the fate of the 2 planets involved. So what's really interesting about this game in my opinion is that you cannot really fail. You have to solve these cases with a kind of detective interface where you have to put in what you found out during your investigation. But no matter if it's right or wrong or partly wrong, the game always continues, you can't die or anything. Just the outcome for the story changes obviously, and this gives the game a nice replay value in my opinion. So I personally really enjoyed it and played through the whole game. So if you're not totally allergic to this pixel art style, you can really give it a go. And as a quick side note on how I find these discounts, I mostly use the page psprices.com where you can just filter by highest discounts. And as you can see, there's tons of games here, 36 games on one page, all with these 90% discounts here. And right now I'm on page 4. So there's over 100 games with a discount of over 90%, but of course most of them are shovelware, badly rated or just not that interesting. But I try to buy as many as I can and play them for you. And since I also worked as a game reviewer at some point, I make sure that I play every game I recommend at least for 1 hour, so I can give you a somewhat objective recommendation. The next game is The House of the Dead Remake, which is a classic light gun shooting arcade game from Sega. I personally am a big Sega fan, and I guess nostalgia really plays into this one a lot. But over 1,700 people gave this game 4.23 stars out of 5. So I think that speaks to the quality of this remake. And just like in the original, it's a very campy take on the zombie movies of the early 1980s, mixed with all kinds of horror elements. And you have to shoot your way through lots of zombies with your trusty 6-shooter, having to reload after 6 shots of course. And aside from quick reactions, you also have to memorize a bit which enemy will attack first and so on. And then you always have these situations where you have to rescue human survivors, and depending on whether you make it or not, the game can take different branching paths. So it's not fully on rails, but you get to see different stuff on every playthrough more or less. And of course the most glaring issue with this game is that you don't have the light guns of the original, which makes it quite a bit less interesting, but there is an option to use the gyro sensors in the controllers, so you can turn and tilt your controllers to aim, which works quite well. The only issue is that it can get out of whack sometimes, and then you have to push a button to recenter it, but that's alright. To me that was a lot more fun than just aiming with the control sticks. And also it's quite nice that the game has a 2-player mode, so you can have that good old couch co-op experience playing with friends or family. So for $2.49 I would say definitely give this one a go. And the reason why I try to buy and play as many games as I can as a game developer is of course to get some new ideas, and I think it can be really interesting to step out of your own comfort zone and try a genre you wouldn't normally think you'd enjoy, because otherwise how can you find new things you might enjoy? And even though I'm a huge VR fan myself, I have to say I really enjoy playing a normal flat game from time to time, because then when I jump back into VR, it feels totally fresh and mind-blowing again. And this brings me to the next game we're looking at today. Here we have BIOLAB Wars, a game with an insane price of only 19 cents. But as you can see, the normal price is only $1.99, so it's pretty cheap all of the time anyway. But I guess for 19 cents you can definitely add this to your collection, even if you're not that fond of retro pixel art shooters. But as you can see, this game looks a lot like it was designed for the original Nintendo Entertainment System, just without the sprite flickering, and it takes a lot of pointers from games like Contra or Metroid. You have different playable characters to choose from, and lots of stages with a ton of variety, lots of enemies, traps and platforming challenges. And the only thing worth complaining about with this game is that you can't play it with 2 people simultaneously, but I guess if that was an option it would be way more expensive. So again, for 19 cents, just pick this one up, even if you only play it for a couple of minutes from time to time. So guys, what do you think of these games? Are you going to pick up any one of them? Please let me know down in the comments. And of course, what I'd also like to know is, how did you like this type of video? Would you like me to make more of these game recommendations, or maybe even spin them out into little individual videos for every game, so you can look them up later whenever they're on sale? Let me know, and if you feel like it, please leave a like or subscribe to the channel, because then I'll see you in the next video. Bye!